What's happening, guys? I keep getting these questions about circular arrays in Blender, so I'll show you my method of doing it. It always works for me, and hopefully this can help some beginners out there, because the way Blender does it is quite finicky. So let me show you. So let's add a cylinder. By the way, I'll make sure that we use vanilla Blender for this, so we won't use hops or any other plugins for this. Cool. So we want this cylinder now to array along a path. So what we need to do is we need to first add an object for it to use as a reference. So what people tend to do is they come in and they add an empty, but they normally add a plain axis empty. I prefer to add a single arrow empty. I find this helps me with the visual representation. So let me show you. So it's there. Let's make it a bit bigger so we can see it a bit clearer. Put it up like that. Boom. Nice. Cool. Let's move this back to where it was. Cool. So now we are going to have this arrow is going to act as the origin of where this array is going to array around. So now if we select this, come into our modifiers, add an array, turn off relative offset. We don't want relative offset. We want object offset. We then select the empty. Great. Let's put this up to like 8 or something. Cool. Now you see what you need to do is if I select this and press, it needs to know that you want it to rotate around. So basically what you need to do is you need to select this, press R, Z, and spin it around, and then this array will happen. But you don't see anything at the moment because the object is set here. But if I selected the object like this and go move it along the Y, now if I select object offset, now if I select this, press R, Z, and move my mouse, you see how it's working, which is cool. But there's a better way of doing it, so I'll show you that. So if you come to undo that, put it back into the middle. Great. Now if I select this, it's on fixed count 8, perfect. What I want to do is with the cylinder selected, I want to add a displace. Great. Now with the displace, you select the direction. So basically it's replicating what we've done by moving the object in edit mode, but instead of moving it in edit mode, we're kind of like non-destructively moving it with a modifier. So now I've selected on the Y, so it's going to push it along the Y. Great, like that. Cool. Now we need to make sure that the displace is above the array. Now if I select this, the rotation along the Z, there we go. Then I can always come in and select the cylinder, select my array amounts, etc, etc. You see then if I come in, select my displace, move it out a bit. Let's go to the top view so we can see what's going on. Now with my angle selected on my empty, we can do something like that. Cool. Now if I select the cylinder, this is quite important as well, and it's a cool little tip. Select your cylinder, then select your empty, Control P, object. So now when I move my empty, it will move. So I can come in here, say rotate R, Y, 90. Cool. Now, for example, select my cylinder and I can do all my edits and stuff. So if I wanted to see while editing the array, cool, then come in face, do your edits. And that's that. Thanks a lot, guys.